What's up? My name is GPAR, real estate agent for Philadelphia County. Just want to shoot this video. I'm just getting back from the 2013 annual networking breakfast with GPAR. GPAR is for the Greater Philadelphia Association of Realtors, which is a really awesome association if you are a realtor and you're catering to clients in the Philadelphia market. It's definitely something I highly recommend you join and take advantage of because you get tons of information, tons of knowledge, and you get to bump into really cool, awesome people like myself. But I had a blast at this thing. I was there from 8 a.m. in the morning all the way up until 1 o'clock, and it was completely worth it. I got to bump into some really amazing people. Some of these guys that and girls that were in real estate. These were people whose faces I would see in billboards before I even got in the game, before I even got in my license. So being able to meet them in person and then having a one-to-one conversation and them giving me advice uh, and then exchanging contact information was really awesome. I got to bump into Daryl Clark, which is the current president of the Greater Philadelphia Association of Realtors, which was pretty awesome. He's very passionate about what he does. Here's something a lot of people don't know. Even though he's the president of GPAR, he's actually a realtor, and 90% of the time, his focus is on selling houses. So, it's someone who definitely walks the talk. I also got to bump into a really cool guy, Jack Barry from Calrum, Center City. He's an awesome guy. He knows a ton of information about social media, and he's really been able to elevate his business using social media, and he's more than willing to share that. So it was amazing getting to bump into him. I bumped into Chris and Stephanie Sommers from the Sommers team. And those guys were, 1,000% cool. I mean, those were people who I would go to their website and just read like before I even got a blog. So it was an honor to actually get to bump into those guys. I got to meet Joe Herzog, which is amazing. He used to be he was number one agent for Caldwell Banker Preferred. So that's someone who does an insane amount of volume, and I was able to do a deal with him. So and he recognized and actually came up to me, which kind of blew my mind. So that's pretty cool. I got to meet Mike McCann, the real estate man, and these are people who are on a whole nother level of real estate, doing hundreds and hundreds of transactions consistently year after year. So it was just an honor to be in the same room with them and having them, take me under their wing and just give me feedback. My biggest takeaway from this is the fact that real estate is just such a small market, and that this everyone is here to really see you do well. I mean, in Philadelphia, there's about 2,000 agents just in Philadelphia alone, all bumping into each other, running across. But then there's that whole concept of like the 80-20 rule, where 20% of the 2,000 people are the ones who only make a sell per year. And then from that 80% of that 20 are the ones who do anything really substantial. So the numbers really dwindle down, which makes sense because even though this showing we had some of the top dogs, there were people who were brand new that should have been there that weren't. I mean, just to give you an example, there were 2,000 agents in Philadelphia, and in this little meeting, we only had like 200, 250, 200 people, 250 agents, people max maybe, and that's just interesting. But then that goes to show you the whole 80-20% rule. I'm ranting. I'm gonna stop, but I just wanted to share my experience today. I really had a blast at with GPAR. I'm a member of GPAR. I thoroughly support them, and I can't wait. We're definitely doing a lot of things, not just to benefit realtors. A lot of people get that misconception. I mean, GPAR is the voice of Philadelphia, and um, the things that they do are all for the sake of the land. And if you look at just the concept of what that means, it means that everything, hospitals, stores, everything is built on top of land. And this organization is doing the best that they can to look after that land, because if the land gets taken care of, then everything on it, around it, and whatever the case may be also gets taken care of. So we're working really hard to, there's a lot of issues going on in Philadelphia right now that I'm not too sure people are aware of unless they're in the industry. And there are a lot of battles that realtors are fighting on behalf of, the better of the city of Philadelphia. So, it was an honor to be part of that. So, so yeah, once again, my name is Ugo, and I'm signing off. Until next time.